This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. I hope you're able to do this, all of you. Right, the exercise on case, exercise on collections, right? Map, set, list. So together, how do you write your Apex logic, right? So create a map of case ID as a key and case record as a value. How do you do this? Map of ID. For this case, we can go with a constructor method. For this one, you can go with constructor method. Okay, I'm going to do this. So this populate, right? Create a map and populate the data that you do it in one statement. Query the object and pass that query as an argument to the constructor of the map. The map should be of the type record ID as a key and S object record as a value. So you'll do this, right? Populate the data from the case object with the fields, whatever fields you required. It should be in your select statement. Get all the IDs from this map. So all the IDs, nothing but the keys of the map. So key set. So where I can store this key set, I can store it into a set of ID. Okay, and get all the records into case records into another collection. So all these exercises are from against this map. So from the case map, I need all the records, which is nothing but the value in the map. All the values is nothing but list of case record. Okay, and get all the case number of all the cases into another collection. So case number is a string value. I need to get all the case numbers into another collection. So we are working against this map. Okay, each and individual exercise is against the map. So first I get the values, list of case list. So what we need a case number. So every iteration the C is going to have one element from this list, which is nothing but the case record. I'm going to collect all the case number. C dot case number. Right? Makes sense to all of you? Collect the subject into another collection. So it's similar set of similar logic, but we are going to collect the subject now. Okay, so we are going to collect the subject now. So we get the case number for a condition. We get the case number for a condition. right? So we get the values. We get the values first, and then again the case number is going to be a string. Is a string. So then what are you going to do? Uh, so we have if condition here. Right. Only if it is email, only if origin is email, then we add the case numbers. Okay. Right. Now I need in another map from this map. From this map, we're going to create another map. The map is going to be the case number as a key, case record as a value. Okay. So let's first declare this map. So case number as a key is going to be string. The key is a string, and case record as a value. Case okay. So from this map we are going to populate. Okay, I get the list first. So we are going to populate element into the map. We are going to add element to this map into any map using put method. So what is the key? The key is nothing but c dot. We get the key from case number field, and the c is the value. Let's clear it all of you. People got clarity here. Okay, so this is how you'll populate the map. See, this statement you can, instead of storing into another list, you can also do like this. Okay, it's clear. We can say one statement here, right? Instead of get the list, store it into another collection, refer that list, we can directly go with the values method against the case map variable. You can just refer that collection directly here.
Sir, here case map means previous example values, right, sir?
Yes, we always, I said we always run the each individual exercise again this case map only.
Okay.
It's under below exercise only. Okay, so we are going to start the new exercise here. So all these still 8 Roman numbers is against this case map. From the map, you do all these things. So when you do any of this separate exercise, don't compare with the previous one. Just start from here. Every individual exercise, you are going to run try against this case map only. Okay, so create a case map number as a key and case subject as a value. So first, declare the map. Subject is a string. Sorry, number as a string, and subject is also a string. So this is my map. Okay. The previous one, the original map. Against this map only we are doing this. Create a map of case number as a key, case subject as a value from the map, right? From the case map. That's what the question is. Okay. Values. like this. Follow this. So what about this? We start with a map. We create a map of opportunity name as a key, opportunity record as a value. So this is not your regular constructor map method. You cannot do it with constructor map method. You have to get the data from the object, then create the map with the logic, populate the data with the logic. We cannot go with the constructor method. Map of opportunity name string, opportunity record, we initialize the map. We're going to get the data from okay, because in the down the line I need a stage name amount, so I just go with all those record field. Okay, so from the list we're going to populate this map. So we have to iterate. So let's populate this map. Am I right? Declare the map, populate the map with the data from the object. All right. So get up all opportunity names only if amount is greater than. So it's a kind of a repeated exercise. Right. So we're running against the map. Okay, not against this. We're running against the map. Values. We're going to sum up all the opportunities into another variable. If the stage is not closed, last, if OP is not equal to close last, we're going to sum up right. I need only the unique names. Okay, so here the names, duplicate names can also be stored, but what I need here, I need only unique names. So when you say unique, it's going to be set. right? OPP map dot values, which will give the list of opportunity. So list of opportunity we are iterating. Okay. So you just add the names. The set will take care of ignoring the duplicates. So finally, it's going to have only unique elements. Without duplicate, all the opportunity names will be stored in this set. Okay. From the map, we're going to create another map. The map is basically string as a key and a decimal as a value. Am I right? Okay. So from the map, we are going to populate OPP map to name as a key, opportunity amount as a value, like this. We'll go to this, get the opportunity record into another collection if the stage is closed one. So now I need a opportunity record. Okay, I need opportunity record. So where I'm going to get all those opportunities into another list of opportunity. Okay, into another. OPP map dot values. This give all the opportunity records, right? People know this. OPP list is nothing but this OPP list. Sorry, OPP map, right? OPP map is a map of name as a key and got me, right? See this. So against this one we are working, right? Against this map only we are working this. So what you're doing, I need all the records into another collection, only if the stage is closed one. So from the map, I get all the values. Okay, and then what are you going to do? I'm going to populate this based on a condition. If op1 dot add op1, we get all the list. Okay, right. So if you yeah, see this one, we need unique names, right? We need unique names. So this can be done with need not go with iteration, because the OPP map has opportunity name as a key. The OPP map has an opportunity name as a key. Then what you can do? It's already unique names only, right? It's already unique names only. So how to get the unique names? So just OPP map dot key set. So that's it. When you go with the key, when you get all the keys, it's going to be unique names only. You can directly store it. You need not go for iteration in this example. We'll follow this. right? You refer your OPV map. OPV map is nothing but a key, name as a key, opportunity record as a value. So you use key set method, you get all the opportunity names, the unique names you get. Okay, so you can go with just simply key set method. We'll go to this. We see an Apex, VF Apex example. Create a map of opportunity ID as a key and record as value in Apex. Okay, Apex. And display the data in VF page. Okay, right. Okay, so we know we can create this map directly by by passing the SOQL as argument to this constructor method. Okay. All right. So this I can pass as an argument here. So now I will create the map. Okay. Now this is a map. You know how to refer the list. Everyone know how to refer the list. Am I right? How to refer the list in your Visual Force page? So let's declare this list as the a property. Am I right? So now the list as a property. So how will you refer this list? We are not talking about the map now. Just revise things what you covered. How to refer the list in your Visual Force page. Right. We are going to use any looping component. I'm using data table. There are two attributes is mandatory, value and var attribute. I'm going to display the list, OPP list. Okay, any variable. And I'm going to use column component, right? Header value for label and value for to refer the field. So whatever field we referred here, we retrieved here, only those field I can refer here. Am I right? Okay. Stage name. Amount. So how about adding the look and feel here? Someone has put unmute. Please put mute.
Yeah, sir, here header value is free text, right? Anything we can give as a header title name, right,
Yes,
sir?
anything you can give. Yes.
Okay.
It's a label. That's it. Right? I get this data. Right. So how to limit the result? A row. I just go with a 5 record so that we can combine other examples too. Right. This is a list. Okay. So this is a list. Okay. Now this is a list example. How to refer the map directly? How to display the map elements directly in my Visual Post page? See how we are going to do. Okay, we know map can be created. This type of map of ID and opportunity record can be created by going with constructor method. Right. So now this is a map I'm going to display in my Visual Post page. So the first rule is when you're going to refer the map should be a get set property here. Okay, we'll follow this. It should be a get set property. So I do not declare a duplicate map here, right? We are just populating the element for this map directly from the list, right? Now we are going to add one more block here to display the map. So this is for your map. So we're going to use data table. Okay, the same things we're going to use. Instead of value, we're going to refer OPP map. I mean OPP list instead of OP list. We're going to refer map here. Okay. Now the important thing here, how we are going to refer the map each and individual record. Okay, when you do this, what will happen? Every iteration, the OP is going to have the key. Okay, in the case of your list, the OP is going to have an element from the list which is nothing but an opportunity record. So you can go with op.name, op.stage name, op.amount. But here we are referring the map. Every iteration the OP is going to have the key from the map. Okay, when you have a key, it's not going to have a record. It's going to have an element which is nothing but a key from the map will be moved. Okay, so we have a format of get the value of the map by using the key. How we are going to get it? See here, OPP map, open and close bracket, OP. Okay, OPP map, open and close bracket. We pass a key. When you pass the key, we get the record. Then I just refer a field from the record. We get the key here. The key we pass here. For the key, I get the record as a value. Okay, because we know like what is the value? the opportunity record. We get the record as a value. From the record, we go with the as usual notation dot name. I get the opportunities names here. We'll follow this. We'll follow this. The OPP map, from the map, every iteration the key is moved here. Key is nothing but ID. So we pass the key here. For the key, I get opportunity record. From the opportunity record, I refer the name field. OPP. Okay, I put it here as a key. We've got clarity now. Dot stage name. So I get the happened. We'll follow this. All right. So okay. Right. So let's move on to the new topic. I think we have covered enough examples in the list set map. Right. We are going to start with the new topic now. Okay, we are going to see the detailed syntax of SOQL. Okay, so SOQL is nothing but Salesforce Object Query Language. So it's another language of Salesforce to retrieve the data from the object. The language which is used to fetch the data from the database, right? So your collections, a list set map, and all those other things, Apex codings, whatever you have seen, that's to process the data, that's to write the business logic. But what about your SQL language? It's a query language. It's used to query the database, fetch the data from the database. Okay, the simplest syntax, the simple syntax we already seen. Select keyword, you have to go with the field name. Okay, from object name. So this is your a simple syntax of your SOQL. Okay, so what about the other optional parameter I can use in the select statement? Select keyword, right? Field name. So this is a mandatory. You should any query you execute, you should have some field, a keyword select, from keyword, object name. The other parameters are optional, whatever you put it in the bracket. So there is a keyword where I can specify the condition here. Where I can specify the condition here, field equal to value. Some condition I can specify. Okay, and I can also add a multiple condition also using or and operators. You can also use this keyword to put multiple conditions optionally. Okay, and we can sort the record. We can sort the result by ascending or descending. Okay, I need to sort the result based on when I get account details from my database. I like to display the records with the ascending order of the name, ascending order of industry field, right? Ascending order of the rating. When I get the contacts, then ascending order of last name of the contact. So you'll refer the fields here. Even you can also go with different sorts of different field order of different fields also in different order, name in the ascending order. Then among the result, I like to sort based on industry. So more than one field also you can put it in the sorted order. So display the data in the sorted order of the field you specified here, whether it's ascending or descending. Okay. You can also group the result. We can group the result. Okay, how did you use your group by in your report in admin part? Right, I'd like to group all the records based on industry and account. For every industry, I may have different type numbers of customers. For energy, I have 5 customers. For education, I have some 10 customers. So group by industry field, group by name. Okay, so you can also group the results by using group by keyword. You can sort based on order by. You can include a condition using where class. Right, we know this. We can limit the result by using limit keyword. Offset is again another keyword which is used to skip the records. I need to get the result after the 5 records from the database. So in the order where how the record is stored in the database, both this keyword will work against that order. Okay, against how the data is stored. From the existing record, it will skip the first 5 records and get me next 10 record. So you can also use this keyword together. We'll see the examples later. Okay, and we have a keyword for update. If you are going to perform any DML operation on the set of records that you're going to fetch, then those records, those data needs to be locked for any other user modify when the current transaction is performing in DML operations. We need to log those set of records. Okay, avoiding other users parallelly modify those records. Got me? So we're using keyword for update. So we'll also going to see this while taking the session on DML operation. Okay. So these are some of the important keywords you'll have. There's a keyword called in as well. Okay. The in is basically we'll use here. Okay. Where I can put here in keyword. So in keyword basically is used to refer multiple values in the field. Okay, we are going to see detailed things, right? So this is your syntax of SOQL, and SOQL returns data in the form of list. It means what? The return type of the SOQL statement is going to be the list of S object. We already seen it. Select. So where I can store this, the return type is always going to be a list of S object. Okay. What is the other key point here? It in one transaction, maximum 50,000 records you can fetch in one transaction. Maximum 50,000 rows. That's okay. You can retrieve only 50,000 rows in one transaction. Right. See, what does it mean? What is one transaction basically? When you a set of operation is called one transaction. The program start from one statement and where it ends. So the all considered as a one transaction. You can also execute one method and calling another method. From that method you call the third method. But all the three methods executed in the same cycle, then all those three methods considered as a one transaction. In one transaction, you may have one SOQL statement or more than one SOQL statement, but altogether in one transaction, you can only process 50,000 records. It means you can only get 50,000 records from the database by using SOQL statement. Okay. I run this, execute. See the log here. So out of 50,000 rows maximum limit, we pulled 14 rows. Okay, this is one transaction. Okay, suppose I include another query here. Forty out of 50,000, right? So this SOQL statement can be many, but altogether, how many rows maximum you can retrieve from the database? Maximum 50,000 rows. That's what I mentioned here. So it can only retrieve 50,000 records in one transaction by using one SOQL or more than one SOQL statements. You clear with this? You can save some time now, so I can walk through the detailed notes because you already seen that examples much more clearly. Okay. So these are detailed notes I will upload. Um, right, see, that will return 50,000 records in a single call. It means in one transaction. Got me? And using SOQL, you can get data from one object and the related object. I can get a data from account and its contact. I can get data from case and its related parent. So SOQL can be executed against one object and related object. You cannot run your SOQL against non-related objects. You cannot run your SOQL against the two objects which are not related to each other. Okay, basically the SOQL can only be run against one object and you can get the related data also. Okay, and SOQL is for both standard and custom objects. It's not only for standard, you can also run against your standard and custom. And SOQL is going to return the result in the form of list of S object. And when you pass SOQL as a argument to the constructor of the map method, you know, like we create a map of ID and S object record as a value, right? We have seen these examples already. And this is the syntax of your SOQL. So everything mentioned in the square bracket is going to be your optional parameter. Okay, right. There is one more keyword, all rows, and there is a keyword also we have seen. What is that? In keyword and R, and here we have all rows. Okay, we'll see that example. What is the use of this? Okay, so this is the simplest example. How to fetch the name industry from account object. So select ID, name industry from account, fetch last name, first name from contact, fetch stage name, amount from opportunity, right? So what are the ways you can execute SOQL in Apex environment? We know like SOQL can also be executed in query editor. This is one place. And in Apex environment, how do you execute? By using square bracket, if you execute, then you'll capture into a list of S object. Okay, and there is a database class, predefined class, which has a method called query method. A static method belongs to this predefined class called database. So there you are going to pass a query statement in the form of string. Will pass as a string. This is not a string, right? This is just a statement, right? We can directly pass this statement here. Okay, where in the case of database.query, we'll pass a query in the form of string. Okay, so there is another method, database.getQueryLocator. So this type of query, this type of method, getQueryLocator method, to execute your query again in the form of string, you'll use it in a concept called a framework called batch Apex. Okay, not in regular Apex class. You'll use this in a batch Apex classes. Okay, so this format we know how to execute the batch Apex in the form of square bracket here, right? In the form of square bracket, you pass as a argument to the constructor of the map, you get the collection. We will follow this.
Clear, sir.
Okay, so this is your fetching the account records with the name industry, right? Similarly, your contact, I need a last name, first name from the contact object. Okay, next example is for your opportunity. And okay, so this is against your user object. So get me the last name, first name from a profile from user, right? So you can also test this quickly in your query editor. All right, that's what I saw. Okay, see, this relationship we'll discuss later. I just move away from this. Relationship we'll discuss soon. Okay, we just seen how to get the last name, first name from the user object, right? And it is against your custom object, right? Wherever you refer custom object, we go with the double_C. Any custom field, double_C. So custom field can also be a part of your standard object also. Am I right? Suppose I need a custom field called active. Okay, then what you will do? Active double underscore C. That's it. So wherever if you your custom field, you need to refer with. And ID is need not be mentioned. ID is always going to be a part of the result. You mention it explicitly or don't mention it. ID is always going to be a part of the list, your data. Okay, right. So what are the other ways I can multiple ways I can execute it? In anonymous window I can do, a query editor I can do. Okay, and there is a tool called workbench. There is a tool called workbench. Okay, it's a third-party tool which is you can integrate with your Salesforce. Okay, there is a site, there is a URL called workbench.developerforce.com. So this is a tool you can use to run your queries, and this a tool can able to get can able to refer all the fields available in each and every object in the database. Right, normally when you see any object definition in your environment, suppose I need to see, I would like to see the fields of account object. I go here, fields, I see this some set of fields, right? So but account object has many different other fields as well. So these are the fields we frequently used in our we directly interact frequently used fields in the object. But the account object contains, right, many more standard fields. Those fields, definitions of the complete objects, you can refer in the tool called a workbench. Okay, so you choose environment, choose API version, agree, login with Salesforce. I already logged in, right? So you need not give user ID password now, else you have to give user ID password. So here you can see the menus here. Okay, you can go to the queries menu, SOQL. Okay, so select the object. You get all the fields in the object, right? So every fields, the fields which may not see it in your login also, you can see all the fields here. Okay, so here by using control pressing the control key, you can select multiple rows. The queries will be automatically built here, and click query, the result will display. Got me? And these are all you can export into. Okay, so here you can do including a filter condition here and sorting condition. The query will be automatically built here. So these are tool you can use for debugging purpose, for testing purpose. Okay, if any query you are going to build for your Apex application, of course this query can be easily verified here whether you are getting the result as expected against your whatever arg you are going to you use to log in here. Okay, got me? So query bench is a one place where you can run your query editor, anonymous window. In Apex classes, we right, every code you are going to test it in anonymous window. That's going to be your Apex class only. Okay, Apex class, and there is another framework called trigger. So there also will use. And SOQL queries can also be used in within the JavaScript also. So there is another framework called SForce toolkit. Okay, also called S control. So here we'll use how to we are going to use the SOQL statement directly from the Visualforce page within JavaScript part. Okay, that will be covered later, right? So just a navigation for anonymous sorry, the developer console. I think if this is not required for you guys, but just for the navigation purpose. Okay, right, and your query editor, so in developer console, so below the at the bottom of the page you have a query editor option, so you can execute the query there also. And okay, so there you'll see some another additional options here. See here, suppose I like to delete any rows here. Okay, setter expert, delete. Okay, we need ID. See, basically user record cannot be deleted, right? So insufficient access on object ID. Okay, but normally if you have any display any records here, from here also I can select and delete rows. I can perform DML operation. Okay, so let me just give a try. No need to spend much time. Just give a try over there.
Sir, in a developer console, we have the refresh grid option there. Perfect. Refresh grid option. So what it will be done, sir? We press that.
It's get the updated data from the database. That's all. When you refresh you suppose I inserted some records in the developer console. How to get those records here? We're refreshing, right? That's it. Re-execute the query again. Refresh the grid. Okay.
Do we have commit and rollback kind of scenario in Salesforce?
See, I do not want to spend much time here. Rollback scenario is it's not an option here, ma. We are going to see it later. That's part of your DML topic.
Okay.
Right. So in Workbench, you log in with the Workbench with user ID password, and we have just seen, right? That's the notes given here. That's it. Then you execute the query, you get the result. Okay. And SOQL is of two forms. In general, there are two forms. One is a static SOQL, dynamic SOQL. Okay. When you say static SOQL, it means we mention the field that you would like to fetch. The field that you want to fetch, the fields that we need to fetch are known already. We know the field. Okay. We know the field and we know the condition to be applied. Everything is fixed. Everything is fixed, then it's called a static query. You know what field you are going to retrieve. You know what condition you are going to apply. Everything you know upfront before you frame your query. That's called a static query. People know this. If you follow this, if you're not sure about, if you don't know the fields to be retrieved and fields to be a condition used in a condition, then we say it's a dynamic query. Okay, so here in this case we know the field, right? We know the condition. So where it's basically used to refer the condition. We'll see this example later. So the static query is nothing but we know the fields to be fetched, we know the conditions to be applied. Then we during compile time itself we give the complete query. During the compilation we give the complete query. What about dynamic? Okay, the condition I may get from Visualforce page. Okay, and what are the fields I'm going to retrieve? I also may get from Visualforce page. The user select the field. User select the field is called dynamic. Say for example in Workbench, right? We build the query dynamically. We build the query dynamically, right? This is a kind of dynamically build your query during runtime. So that comes under dynamic SOQL category. Okay, so the field conditions are going to be changed based depends upon what condition, what field user is going to select. Okay, so for every transaction, the field and the conditions and the objects will differ. Got me? So here in this example, the query is stored in the form of string. Okay, and user give this field account industry a value from the UI. So we are going to build this query depends upon what input we are getting from the UI. If user is giving industry as energy, then we build this query with the industry as a condition. Else we build this query with the phone as a condition. Okay, I'll explain this and all. Just for reference I given this. So this is how you will build your query dynamically. It's a dynamic query. We build the query during runtime. We are not compiling the query with the fixed the field names and the conditions and all. Okay, so the conditions and the fields we are dynamically build during runtime, which comes under dynamic SOQL query category. We'll follow this. I just walked through the notes today. We'll see the examples tomorrow. Okay. We'll follow this. Right. So this example you have seen, right? So we just have a query inside your constructor. Then you know how to display it in the Visual Force page. We can use any of the looping component. It can be a page block table or data table. So that's what we, right? That's what I have shown in this example. Okay. So using page block table, this example has been done. We'll follow this. Okay. So get the opportunity record from the opportunity database and display in the Visual Force page. So again, it's going to be same, right? So okay, the key here is whatever field you need in your UI, that field must be retrieved. You got it? I cannot refer here any type. There is a field in opportunity called type. Okay, you cannot display the type here because the type is not there in the list, right? It's a temporary storage which gets the data from the database and store it here. We are referring only the temporary data variable, collection variable. So I cannot refer the field which is not retrieved from the database. So I can only refer the field because we are not referring from the database. We are referring from the local variable opti list. Okay, we'll follow this, right? So what about limit? A limit is a keyword, right? Just we are talking about now. Now we are discussing about the limit keyword. The limit keyword in the select query. We are talking about the limit keyword. Okay. So limit keyword is used to restrict the number of rows to be returned by the SOQL. Yes, how many rows I need in my result? Not every row. I'm doing the testing, right? For testing purpose, I do not want to get all the data. I need only these limited results. Okay. When you create any statement from a bank account, right? So you just need only a 1 month statement or the first 10 transaction I need, right? I need only the first transaction. What is the recent transaction? So just you go with a number of rows to be retrieved, and this is optional. It's not mandatory, right? So what is the syntax? Limit number of rows. I can give the integer value. It's going to be integer value. Got me? Okay. So fetch only the 5 records from the database. Fetch only the 10 record from the case object. Right. We'll see what is offset. Offset. Skip the record. Okay. The maximum offset value is 2000. You just refer the give the integer value. Your limit is also you refer the integer value only. So offset row number. Skip the first record and get me the rest of the records. Skip the first 5 records, okay, and get me the rest of the records like this. If I have a requirement, skip the 10 records and get me the next 5 records. Right? Skip the 5 records, then get me the next 10 records. And get me the next 10 records, right? Let's skip the 5 records and get me the next 10 records. Right? This way, I have totally 14 records, I guess. That's why it's only returns 9 records. Okay, so limit and offset you are going to use together. The limit come first, offset come next. If you're going to use together, then you're going to use in this order. Limit first, offset second. Right, now you're going to the some important
Ranjit, I have one doubt.
Hmm.
When can we use this offset? Like when it will be useful for us?
Yeah, I will see the example also later. It's useful in the pagination concept. I need to move from a set of 5 records every page. Every pagination concept nothing but we are moving from one set of records to another set. Okay, if you see the list view, I have some 14 records here. If you have more than 20 records, you will see a next and previous option. So in one page, I like to display 5 records, first 5 records. By using offset and limit, you can decide. The next 5 records, from the next 6th record, I need to move to another set of records. So offset and limit will use together. Got me?
Yeah,
Sir,
thanks.
limit value should be greater than offset, right, sir?
No, that's not a there is no relation. No, you skip some record. See here, you can skip some records, and you how many records you need to retrieve. That's decided by the limit. It need not be greater or equal. It can be anything.
Okay, okay, got it.
So order by is a keyword which is used to order this sort the result. Okay, suppose I need this, right? I just execute this query. So there is no sorting here. I like to sort it based on name. So by default, it it sort the result in ascending order of the field that you ascending order of the value of the field you refer here. So start from ascending order alphabetically. The results are right. If you like to display the results in descending order, then we use a keyword DESC. The AESC is a short form abbreviation of abbreviated text of ascending. ASC, if you don't mention, by default it's ascending. If you like to get the result in descending order, yes, you can do that. Right? So don't mention anything, it's ascending order. Okay, right. Okay, so okay. See here, I have some duplicate account here. Right? The industry is apparel and education. Suppose I would like to add some one more field here in the sorting order. So I like to make the industry as a descending order. Okay. So the first priority, the name has been ordered. The name based on the name field, the records has been ordered in ascending order, and right here, what happens? The records which has same name, right? Those among these, the industry order has been applied. So now the industry in descending order, the records has been sorted. So the first level of sorting is based on name field. The second level among the result is sorted based on industry field. Okay, so if you go with the ASC, the apparel should come first. Right? So multiple sorting based on more than one field. That's how it works. The first based on in the order of the field you refer here, that order the results are sorted. We'll go to this. Okay, right. So what I do, right, we'll able to complete the SOQL in tomorrow's session. Okay, so go through that. We'll connect again tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll able to connect, finish SOQL. I will connect sharp by 7. Okay, I every time wait for 7:05. Maybe try to be connected 7. We'll try to start by 7. Okay, maximum 7:05, but try to be punctual. Okay then. Any queries you have, guys?
Ranjit, that offset you said, right? 5 comma 10. So it means that from 11th row will retrieve 5 row, right?
Yes. Offset, skip, get number of
Okay.
records to be retrieved, limit.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Right.
Sir, I have one
Yes.
question. Like most of
Yes.
the real-time questions, coding would be in related to the list, set, map, and these categories only, right?
Yes. Your Apex, your
Yeah.
Apex business logic is always going to be your collection,
Uh-huh.
SOQL, DML. So SOQL is collection play a major role. List, set, map. If you say any coding, you just refer any business logic. 90% is always going to be based on collection. You go with SOQL to get the data. When you do DML operation, you go for DML. But what about writing the business logic is always based on collections.
Okay. So, okay.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
so
Thank you.
do more concentration on the list set map.
Collections. And what about the admin part, like which would be the most frequently used concepts?
Your security model topic, your profile, OWD, sharing takes the priority. Your user license, okay, and here in the process automation, your workflow comparison between workflow, process builder, and the flows that we are going to cover, flows and validation rules. Okay, security, and more importantly, object relationship. Of course, they will touch upon. So these topics are more important.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Right? Okay. Right. See you tomorrow, Lakshay.